Hello, Oddjob Deer here, and today's little job is going to be continuing on the theater room here, and what we're going to be doing is the flooring finally. So, we got the carpet that used to be here already tore out. Used to have tack boards, took those out too, took the vent thing off the vent, and the floor molding. Floor molding? Yeah. Now there you can see it's gone too. So, the first thing that you really have to do to tackle this kind of job is to see how much flooring you need. And so you'll take the width, basically from right here, this corner, all over to this corner here, right? And times it by the length, which since we're doing the closet too, we'll do the back part here, and then bring it all the way up across this corner down here, okay? So you have those two numbers. You multiply them together, and that's going to give you your, well, it depends. If you do it in inches, then that's going to give you your square foot in inches. So divide by 12, I think. 144, 12, something like that. You square it up. It's going to give you your square feet. Now your square feet is going to be important because when you go to shop for flooring, like we got here, we got these carpet tiles. It's going to kind of tell you how many you need. These here, I think, were 14 by 14, and basically, for this guesstimation, we did the overall length from the back of the closet to the wall, and then from this part of the room over here. And so this part right here, where there's no real closet in there, that's going to be a little bit of extra. Likewise, where you got the thickness of this pole here, and over here, a little nib there, and that's all going to be a little bit extra, but when you buy this stuff, you know, a box will say how many square foot it does, and you just want to buy a little bit more than what you need usually. And I'm pretty sure we got that done here, because let me tell you, this stuff here, hard to find, at least where we're at, and went out of town, got it. It is a carpet tile, as you can see, and boy, it's thin, like about a 1/4 inch maybe. You know, it's pretty thin stuff. And the reason why this was chosen was that one, they wanted hard flooring here at first. And I was kind of like, well, you know, if you have hard floor in there, you know, theater room, it's going to have probably a lot of reverberation, like what you get right now, some echoing and whatnot. And so I said, if you want like a feeling of like a hard surface or a flat surface, you know, without like a real plush carpet, because go ahead, you know, plush carpet's fine too. Then you know, go this carpet tile. I'll be able to throw it in and see what it looks like. Hopefully it's great, and we'll be done with it. And on to the next part of the theater. So after you got your estimation on how many tiles you need, this particular stuff doesn't really need any time to accumulate in the room. Accumate in the room to you know, sometimes, you know, you have to get the right temperature because, you know, it might stretch or pull. Yeah, I don't think this does. What it does do is you basically have this slick surface here, which I'll go over later, and you pull it off, and there should be some sticky stuff on the bottom. So, the next thing you do is after you're getting ready to lay it out, is, you know, it's not much in here now because we got the ladder out here and some other stuff, but basically it's to clean this mess up. So, what we have is, you know, a chair, some boxes to move out, and I use the Super Sucker 7000 to vacuum this floor up, I don't know, 400 times I think by now, and there's still some issues. Issues being these, well, first of all, one issue is you got these white spots. This white spot here, I notice, does want to come off. It does kind of flake if you scrub it on a little bit. And I believe that is your drywall mud, that whoever did the drywalling had a little bit of either overspray, maybe this is spackling. Anyways, the texture, right, it oversplayed, spilt, whatever, all over the floor. They didn't care because they were putting down normal carpet, so just covered it right up. So, with this kind of stuff, the sticky stuff, we're going to bring this little friend in. A little scrub brush, you see? Yeah? So I tried to mop on this floor already. And back in the corner, there you can see it's a little bit cleaner. Not too much, but I mopped there. And maybe I left a little film behind too. So today's little project on this is bucket of water, scrub brush, maybe even a putty knife or something to try to scrape up all this white stuff. Because if you ever tried sticking honey to flour, it doesn't stick too good, you know? And that's the same thing here. These floor tiles, when I put them down once, I kind of looked around, I thought, you know what, maybe they have some like a primer you put down, but maybe you don't need that. What you do need is clean floor. So I'm gonna clean up some of the stuff here, and I'm gonna start scrubbing up all this white particulate and other dust that's just stuck there. And then we'll get back at it. I might as well interrupt my cleaning here to just show you a little bit of proof here. You know, some people that know the odd job doer thinks, hey, he never cleans anything. Well, I'm about to prove you wrong. So what I got here is my friends. I have a dustpan and a, what's this thing? A sweeper? Yeah, broom? Yeah, okay. And then over here we got a bucket of some water. It was warm at one time. Behind there we have a nice tough scrubbing brush with a handle. I like that. And down over here we got, where are we at here? Right there. We got a putty knife, metal one. It might be better to stick with plastic, but this is what I have right now. And then we have a smooth mop right there, right? And this here I just invented, a brand new invention. I call it paint can bucket with a little plastic trash bag in it. And it's my friend. And let me show you how I do this. So, I'm not going to show you how I invented that bucket, but watch how I clean this. So we'll come to a spot like, say, that spot right there and around it. You see it's grimy, you see it's crusty, right? Alright, so we hit it with the brush first. Not the brush, the scraper. You see, there already pulled up some good chunks. So then, we'll add the broom and dustpan to it. Right? Get that going. And last part of this little part, we'll add our friend over here. Right? Our little invention here. Back of the paint can. That's nice, has a little hand to it still, in case you want to carry it places. Now then, we get back to our spot. And we go, alright, so we got some of it there. But still dirty. So here's where the water comes in. And this sort brush, you just kind of dip the bristles in, get a little damp. Get on. If you do it right, notice how this bristled brush pretty much just obliterates all of these little pieces. I don't know if you can hear that, but all the little pieces of dirt stuff, grime, white stuff, powder. But guess what? We're not done yet. There's going to be a little sludge there. So we get our little rinsed off smooth mop. So we just kind of glide over, capturing up some of that extra water and grime in the bucket. Get the grime off of it, mop, squeeze it, and after that, just let it dry. But wait, is that part right there, see? A little chunk of goodness. Well, after you brush over the water, the water kind of sets in a little bit. Usually this just really easy to just go right over. Right? So, we got that off. And then we invite back the broom. dustpan, and we continue. And we do it over and over again until hopefully the floor all looks like that. Clean, right? But we still got a ways. So I'll continue with this. If anyone wants to come down and grab one of these tools and help me out, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll be back in a jiffy. 6 hours later. All right, and so you can see now, we got floor still damp on this side here. As we kind of pan over, you can see it's a little bit drier. Actually dry in the closet now. And, I don't know, I'd say it's cleaner. Almost clean enough to eat off of. Anyways, this is going to dry overnight, and we'll get back on it tomorrow. Which won't take that long because, you know, I'll edit out the rest of the hours. Alright, so our floor's clean, it's been dried overnight, and we're ready to do some carpet laying here. So, some tools we'll need here is a metal straight edge from when we go to cut the carpet tiles, a pencil, measuring tape to measure stuff out and mark stuff, this chalk line, which I actually just did a video on that, of how to use a chalk line in case you never have. I blended through that. Then we got utility knife. If I were to do a lot more with carpet, maybe I'd upgrade more of a carpet knife. I think are sharper and thinner, but this should do for this application. We got here some knee pads, because if you're working on your knees, it's good to protect them. And we have a hammer, and the hammer is needed because this floor has mostly nails in it, nail plywood. And so some of the nail heads are kind of up a little bit, so it's time to either pop them down or pull them out and put a nice screw in there. And last but not least, we have a carpet roller that I borrowed from the kitchen. So this right here we're going to use to roll down the carpet tiles after we put them down. And yeah, so step one we'll do is use the tape measurer and the chalk line here to find the center of this room. And so basically I'm going to measure from the corner up over in here to the corner all the way over here, divide by 2, should put it somewhere in here. And then we're going to do it on the opposite wall, and we'll hit the chalk line there and snap it and have a line. So let me get all set up. So I measured out the room. I took that measurement and divided it by half, and now I got a little pick part there that I use to put one end of the chalk line. Now, if you've seen the other video, you've already seen this. But I have a special friend today to help me out, a special coworker, just hanging around, and it works for pretty cheap. This right here, I'll put right at that mark. Tell them to stay put, and that is a push pin. Now then, carefully unravel your string, which has already thrown dust everywhere, and I'm going to take this to the other side of the room. Mind you, we just cleaned this room. So hooray for us for having a messy room now with more dust. On this side here, we have another mark right about there somewhere. And so we'll zoom on this action. Right there's our mark. So then, we'll bring this filthy chalk line over and give it a little stretch, put it in the mark there, and with a little pop here, I'll show you. So, there's a mark there, put it right on it, give it a nice tight stretch, and pick it up and pop it down. Now then, that there does it. We have split the room in half, with this chalk line. Sure, some of it didn't touch there, but you can see here, it goes like that. And this one here is blue, but you can also get in red or maybe green, I don't know. I've mostly seen blue and red though. So we got this right here. We'll do the other chalk line. So it makes a nice X in the middle. And there we go. Now we have the room divided up. Let me clean this up, and I'm going to get a little rag actually, and clean up some of the overspill of this dust, just because, like I said, I want this clean. Alright, there's the progress we made. Now, what I did here was I took a carpet from this wall here, ran to that way till it ran out, and from down there, all the way over here again, till it ran out. I'm not worried about the closet yet, because really, this has a rolling doors that go in there in the closet. And before, what they did was they probably installed them after the carpet was in. And so the track was actually installed on top of the carpet. And that's okay. It worked, I'm sure, for many years. But that's not what we're going to do today, when we get to it. We're going to put the track on the floor and put the carpet up against the track. And yeah. We'll do some other stuff with the doors too, like paint them, but that's for later. For what we're doing today though, is we're basically taking the main part of the room, and we got it spaced out like so. And what's that's showing is that, it's not going to fit even in here, and it's going to have a border. Now, it's probably not going to have that much of a border over there. I already measured and marked it down at 16 1/4. The other end here we have nothing, because it goes against the wall. This end, we have to that little part of the wall goes, actually that's 16 1/4, that was 11.25. Yeah, I knew someone was out there correcting me. But, so it's not going to sit totally even, which usually it doesn't. But what we're going to do is we're going to start here in the middle. So, before we start, let me get my armor on, some good old knee pads, and then we'll get down on it. Alright, look at this. This right here, on this particular carpet, they show an arrow. You see that? That there is showing which way the carpet pile is going. And you flip it like this. Can you see it now? I don't know. To me, it's just like carpet. So, to the trained carpet person though, they could probably look at it and tell which way the pile goes. Other people, like me, has these arrows. Now, if you have a real nice carpet and friendly one, they put them on the top too, so you know which way they're going. It's on the top. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start down at our crosswalk. And we're going to do, you can do the pile, carpet pile so it goes all the same direction. You can do like all the direction one way, all the direction, come back this way. You can do, it all points to the left or right of the room. But really, it might, I don't know, it'll give it a different look, maybe a different feel of the room. What we're going to do is carpet pile come in from the side, or maybe we'll start it going up, and then change it 90 degrees to the side, change it over here, down, and then change it back here that way. So basically, the arrows pointing is going to point to the next one up, or perpendicular to the side, and back down. Does that make sense? Hope so, because after it lays down, it probably won't matter if I don't look anything different. And, yeah, so it's going to happen like this. I'm going to get on mark here, and we're going to start at the top corner right in here. And work on this piece and that piece. And we'll have the carpet pile pointing up that way. Now, this is a good time where a little trash bag comes in handy, because these things in the back here are slippery when you take them off. And when you take them off, hopefully the bottom side is really gummy. So we shall see. Got the knee pads on. And we'll put so. Taking the backing off. And let's make sure that's where it's going. This one's going to go up. Alright. when backing off. I can probably tell it's pretty gummy. Get down here, and we'll start it in that corner, right like so. Down this side here, and across the top, like that. Then, kind of push it down a little bit, and this is where you use your carpet roller. You will roll like this, just to seat it down. Now granted, some people don't do this step here. They lay all of the tiles down, and then they go over with a roller at the end, a real one. But this one here, I'm just going to borrow, and yeah, I'll return to the kitchen after I'm done. And I'll clean it first. So, got that one down. Well, the next one, arrow's pointing that way. So when I take this off, I just flip it over, lay it down there, and we'll do it like this. I'm going to take it off here, butt it up against the one we just did. And getting that line up there. Lead plate doesn't want to stick too much when you first put it down. Get it a little tighten up here. Okay. There we go. No gaps. Put down gingerly. Get some action on it with the roller. And this roller, you're not really trying to press hard. You're not trying to stretch it out or anything. Alright. Roll it that way for me. Okay. Now I'll tackle the one below it. So this one here went up, this one went over, this one went over, this one's going to go down, so the one I'm going to go there is go back towards the original one. Find my arrows, make sure I have them pointing the right direction. Rip the slippery stuff off here. Get back on the floor, the hardest part of the job. Alright. And I'll get it nice and put together here. A roll action. And one more, which will point back to me. Right in there. That right in there. Just pull it over to the side here. Alright, now you pull it more down. There. I think we've got it. Once again, pizza roller, carpet roller. Alright. Now then, if you can remember which ways these went, which I am, because remember this one here, the start, went up, over, down, then back. So the one up here just went up, over. So we go up and over again, or if we start on this side here, we can go down and back over that way, and basically just repeat the pattern going left to right, up to down, until we get to the edges of the room. And then I'll get back with you, because that's when we have to start measuring and cutting, and hopefully we stay on track. We've got the lines here. Sure, they're about 1/8 of an inch thick, so there's a little bit of a wobble on this. And yeah, I'll work on this and get back with y'all. Alright, so here we got the little problem here on the floor. You can see there's actually a bit of a divot, little hole there in the wood. And that's fine if you have carpet padding with carpet. But if you don't, if you're in a floor like this here, you don't want to put that down because you can feel it. Not like that, if you put like a chair leg in there or something, you probably rip a hole in your new carpet. And so we look for options to take care of that problem. And there's a few different types of like pre-made mixed wood fillers out there. But what we went with is this guy, Durham's Rock Hard Water Putty. And so it's a powdered form here, and you mix it, and you know it's going to work, so it says Rock Hard on it, and it has this guy, it's all strong stuff, and you know, it looks like it's been around since the 40s or 60s or something, in between there, so could just be, old advertising or whatever, but look up here. See that guy there? That's Rocky. Rocky says, a bunch of stuff here. Go buy your own can. Anyways, this only cost under $2 for this whole can, and the other cans we're looking at were, I think, the $4, $4.50, $4.60 was the cheapest pre-made mixed stuff. And we don't need a whole lot, as you can see, at least not for this project down there. But yeah, this here I'll mix up real quick. And so here we got some of the compound here. I'm going to take it, and they want a mixture of 3 parts to 1 part water. So I'm just kind of guesstimate here. I'm also trying to guesstimate on how much I need to just fill that one hole. And then I'll start with that. And the top, just pop off. You can maybe use a slot screwdriver, or I use, paint key, right? That works good. And now so with that, and we do, let's see, a little bit of water to it. That's probably too much, but we'll see what happens here. Give it a stir. This is a lot like the wall compound. Okay, so that there's too thin by far. One of these days I'll invest in like a measuring cup or something, but until that day comes, here we go. Still a little bit too wet. There, now that's going to be good. That'll make it too dry probably. But it's also, looks like it's kind of shrunken down some too. Alright. So, as you can see, too dry. Just a little bit of the bit. Okay, maybe that's too much water. They said also you can add some vinegar to this if you want it to be like just keep a soft putty, but no, we need the rock hard. And hopefully it's not going to crack under the pressure of a chair leg or something else. Alright, get this blended in there because this might be close to what we want. And by volume, we could use a little more powder here. Okay, that's probably too much again. Do this all day. Okay. Now, it's probably almost good. Still too liquidy. Stop. Stirring my brew. No, still too liquidy, I think. And I can never bring it back to a putty form. Probably just a little bit more taps of this. Alright. I didn't read the working time on this, so let's see what happens. And I want just a little bit more of a putty than that, I think. Yeah, this is feeling good here. Okay, so got a putty there. Looks pretty good. Back to the job. Zoomed up there and pack this thing full of the prepared goop. Look at that, one hit. That's actually too much by far. So in that nail hole, this nail hole, do some of that. Scrape it. Come back here, scrape that. Again, it's okay to have some over the top because you'll come back later if you need to and sand it. So of course, once you sand it, you also have to clean it real good. You still want this stuff to stick to it. Okay, now we got a divot there still, so I'll put that back. Some of that back. And there, I think that's good. I'll take some heavy duty sandpaper to that later. And yeah, knock it on down. Maybe it needs a little bit more right here. There we go. Alright. Now work on the rest of the cartridge here and let that set up and dry and see how long that takes. Alright, so here we are here. And you can see basically we've still got some over here to do because that wood putty is still drying. So after that dries completely, I will take some sandpaper and sand it down flat, take a wet sponge, pick up all the extra dust from the sanding, let it dry, and then continue to do the rest of the part over there. Now, on this side here, I have reinstalled the bottom glide to the closet door on that side there, and I put that there because my real thought is if you're changing up the flooring, that rail should pretty much be on the hard surface, foundation. Before this it had like a little board above it, or below it that was on, to keep that piece of metal rigid, so when it had the carpet underneath it, you know, it wouldn't be all bent up like this thing would get if you had carpet underneath it. So that there's installed correctly. The top glides up there too, and somewhere. But we don't care about the top, we care about the bottom. So what we're going to do here now is that we start cutting the tiles down. And we'll start back here with our center line, like so here. And we'll basically do a little measuring. Now, this is installed good, but because of the way the carpet pile is ran, you can still see basically the top of the tile and the bottom of the tile. So, what we'll do here, we'll take a measurement between the edge here and the wall and see what we got. So this right here, it's right at 14 1/4. And then the top of the tile is about 14 3/8 maybe. So there's a little bit of shift to this, and that's not too bad, but of course maybe it is a 14 1/4. I mean, I didn't totally look at it closely. So what we'll do next is we will cut it down. Keep in mind, you want to make sure you have this part here running in the pattern. So really we're 1, 2, 3 tiles off from the start. So if this tile went up here, this one here would have gone that way. This one here would have gone up. This one over here is going to go that way. Let me double check that. No, because we're on the top part of this line. Remember, we're starting in the exact middle of the floor. And so, being that we are doing the top part of that line, it's going to be, so we're doing a rotation pattern. And so the bottom one was up, and so this one here is going to go this way. No, correct again. That was going to go down. Anyways, it's going to go down. So I get the tile and set up a little spot over here. This is where if you have like a cutting space would be handy. Or in here, since we've got nice wood here, we can basically use that. And so, double check. It's going to go down. So I have this right here. It's up right now. If I rotate it around, it's pointing down. Stick it down there. And let me get my little metal edge. Alright, so I got it set up there. I got it rotated back so down is actually coming down towards me. I'll be over here. I got it set up measuring. Remeasures about, I'm going to take just a little bit over the drywall. There's room there for it. So it's 14 3/8. And I got sharpest blade in town. Which really ain't, but it's the sharpest blade I have here. So, when all that's said and done, it's measured out. So I just hold down this here metal part and give it a nice run with the knife without cutting fingers or anything else. Right like so. There we go. Now then, this piece here, take it back with me. And bring you guys along too. Then back over here, where we're basically going to do what we've been doing. And that's, line it up and lay it down there. And we'll just keep doing that. Goes down, great. Let's see here. Get it set up here. Alright. Take it off. I'm actually tuck a little bit under the wall. And there. Bring it down to it. Just a little more on top, pull to the side here, there, and floor press away. Now granted, this won't fit in the corner, so I'll just use the foot to work that part down in. Alright, now then, I'll just as you can see now, it's taking shape as a roll floor carpet. So I'm going to just keep measuring, cutting all the way down there. if this is all done straight and good, I'll probably be doing 14 3/8 all the way up till I get to this little gap up here between this carpet and the top part. Then I'll start cutting them to go across the other way. Alright, it's getting pretty dark now, so my light's going away. But basically, the hardest part of this whole thing probably is the compound cuts, where this part in the corner, when we had the carpet coming up this way against the wall, and then we have this top part here that kind of goes back that way. Basically, we had to cut it down the width and the height. But on the height, it comes up to this little edge, comes over, and it has a little notch up that goes to the molding there for the rails. Yeah. Anyways, so that right there is done, and a little helpful hint, because it's hard to get the carpet roller into that corner, was that you use your knife without the blade. If you have like a little angle tip like this, smooth sides to it, you can press it down against the carpet and just run it along, with the blade in of course, run it along up against the wall to make sure that's pressed in good. Other carpet rollers, I don't think you can do that either. This is a specially made one. Same thing, use my foot over there. So that's done. And last but not least, which ain't going to happen today, is we'll go back and add the molding back in. And so it looks something like this here. Alright. We'll have the molding in there. We'll give it a hit with some nail guns. Some, bap bap. If you've seen some other videos, you can see where I've done floor molding for a room that has pile carpet and a room that has tile vinyl. Vinyl tile? Anyways, or laminate flooring. I didn't do laminate, but this vinyl tile still is about the same thing. It's flat. This is the same thing as that. I'm not going to show in this video for the flooring, but all we do is we put our molding down, kind of rest it upon this carpet after it's installed, and bap bap, hit with the nails. Of course, this thing here needs to be painted first, and also needs to be probably a little bit longer, so it's only that long. So, yeah. Otherwise, this here is pretty much done. Okay, so it's not done, but all I gotta do is just keep cutting along this way here, keeping the patterns. Basically, when you're on this side here, you're just doing like a column, basically. You only had, for me, I only had down and against the wall. Down against the wall. Up here, I'll have, I think, up and then to the right. I'll have to recheck my patterns when it gets light again, but that's it. So when you're starting, and depending on what kind of pattern you do, you might not do a 4-square pattern like I did. You might do columns, you might do rows, whatever. You might do even odds. But basically when you get to just one row, it's just alternating. And same with going up one column, it's alternating. And then when we hit the closet, what we could do is the same thing. We can measure out to find the center of the closet there and start there. But since no one should be in the closet hanging out and looking at it too much, I'll just take full sheets, and the easy way is full sheets, start in the back corner, work your way over with a pattern, and then come down. And 1818 is 36. I don't think there's a 36-inch depth, so if I do a full along in the back, then at the front I can cut off trim for the walls and stuff like that, and be done with it. Or I guess you could do full at the front with notches, and then you'll just have a back row that you'll be cutting off a little bit on each piece. So either way, but I figure you can figure it out yourself. This here, done. All I gotta do is finish it, wait for this over here still to dry up, and so that's another day. But when that happens, I'm just gonna redo the pattern like we've been doing. It's gotta look greatness like that. And yeah, carpet tiles. Not so hard, a little time consuming. I think actually someone knows how to lay carpet, probably do it quicker than carpet tiles. But if they have to do the tack strip down for the laying of the carpet and the stretching, that takes some time. You know, I actually pulled the tack strip up for this room to put down carpet tiles. Anyhow, questions, comments, leave below. This part here, I'm just going to have to, work my way backwards. Now when I get to the door, that I've not decided on yet what we're going to do. Either I can do like a threshold, like I did in another video, I made a threshold. Maybe it won't be that elaborate of a threshold, because this is just something that will go between the door here and the hallway. And it could be a simple, pre-made threshold that goes across with, butt ends on each side, so they can tuck the carpet in that side. And we can, I can just, put the carpeting against on this side. Or maybe do a, probably a metal thing that comes over. Like she had maybe not that. I'll do the threshold, but anyways, that, no biggie. Yeah, it's basically, when you think about threshold, think about that right there. That rail for the door, that's basically a threshold that goes into the closet. And so you slap it down, and then boom, carpet up to it. And there you go. Questions, comments, link below. If you like these kind of videos, subscribe. If you don't, subscribe anyways. If you want to make fun, go ahead. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.